More than 1 lakh kilogram of narcotics worth about 5,000 crore across 11 locations in India were destroyed on the 16th of September. Union Home Minister Amit Shah himself presided over the Pan-India operation when he called on the chiefs of the anti-narcotics unit across the country to step up their efforts in making India drugs-free. Home Minister Amit Shah has been for some time keeping up the pressure on all those dealing with narcotics to keep India drug-free, to keep the youngsters drug-free. And in this, recently, he's asked for a combination of bottom-up and top-down approach. Essentially, what is it that Home Minister is advising the narcotics head or the anti-narcotics heads who are supposedly, for example, the Narcotics Control Bureau, which is under the central government. Similar units have been set up across states. Their chiefs have been told to take a three-pronged approach. What is this three-pronged approach? A strategic approach for demand reduction, which means the synthetic drugs that are flooding the market, there should be awareness programs in schools, in colleges, at places where youngsters visit, even perhaps online, to ensure that there is greater awareness about the negative impact of consumption of synthetic drugs. So strategic move to ensure that at the demand level itself there is a reduction. Ruthless approach towards the supply chain. One has to crack down as far as the supply chain is concerned, is the Home Minister's message. And in this regard, he has asked the state units to collaborate with the Central Bureau of Investigation, that's the nodal agency for Interpol here in India, to ensure that proper court proceedings are carried out and documents are submitted internationally to ensure that drug lords and criminals who are sitting outside the country in the safety of the knowledge that they're not going to be prosecuted in India, and from there, from outside India, they're continuing to operate their drug network, which is affecting youngsters here in our country. So ruthless approach towards ensuring that the supply chain is taken down and these criminals are extradited, deported to India, and they face the rule of law here. The third approach that the Home Minister has emphasized on is a more humane approach as far as drugs consumers are concerned. Just because somebody is in possession of synthetic drugs, don't treat that person as a criminal. Try and understand the supply chain, try and understand what is going on, which is leading that the victim, treat that person as a victim, ensure that proper medical care is given, have a humane approach. So this three-pronged approach is what Home Minister is advising. But why is Government of India suddenly focusing so much as far as narcotics is concerned? Number one, there is a realization that India is emerging as a market as far as synthetic drugs are concerned. Just a few days ago, the NCB, which is the Narcotics Control Bureau, had dismantled a top Darknet drug syndicate known as Ketamelon, selling LSD blots and ketamine. What NCB's annual report flagged off is that this is a huge market that is being created for synthetic drugs. So that's concern number one. Concern number two, India's demography, our youngsters, our young population is a huge asset currently, and there seems to be a well thought out campaign to target this sector of India's population, to damage us in terms of our economic growth, to damage us in terms of our social milieu, and that is something that the government is realizing and working actively. Hence the three-pronged approach, the last one which said humane approach towards those who are consuming drugs, treating them as victims. The third and most important perhaps in the immediate context, look at what Pakistan is doing. At one time, there was terrorism that was going on in Jammu and Kashmir, in Punjab, helped by ISI. Now that has taken the form of narco-terrorism. Drone drop packets of drugs across the international border in Jammu has been highlighted again and again by the border security force. It is also happening in Jammu and Kashmir, where narcotics and use of drugs by youngsters is turning out to be a major problem, which has been highlighted by Intelligence Bureau in Jammu and Kashmir and the local police as well. So it looks like Government of India has intelligence to believe that narcotics is being used as a way to fuel terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir and to reignite Khalistani terrorism in Punjab. Drone drop drug packets being used as payment for overground workers or collectors, who then, with these packets come small arms. These small arms are then given to what have been called hybrid terrorists, and as payment, instead of money, drugs, packets are given to these handlers, to these overground workers. So at one point, you are fueling the terror network, and on the other, you're also damaging India's youth crop. You're damaging India's youngsters. So I think this is the realization because of which Home Minister Amit Shah has started this well thought out campaign against drugs, and he's called upon states across the country, be it opposition ruled states or BJP ruled states, to take steps to collaborate with central agencies and ensure that the drug menace is taken care of.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.